I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Attention all personnel! Drop your flasks and grab your masks!
Yeah, that's right. It's that time again. Military Monday, live streaming on the Facebook pages, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitch. Yeah. Got 6 places rocking. Totally love this. That's for Restream.com. Or Restream.io, excuse me. Really cool service to have, and you can chat from wherever you're at. All you got to do is drop a comment. It'll show up on my comment section and whatever platform you happen to be on. So you're not going to see somebody's comment from Facebook, but you know, like, yeah, that's just how it is. If you're over on YouTube, like, that's just how it is. So anyhow, I got some, well, decent content tonight. Kind of phoned it in. This rainy weather's got me like, but that's okay. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little fun and rock and roll. If you got questions or comments, drop them in the chat. Let's get on with it. If my dog doesn't interrupt. I just fired this up and she's like, Daddy, I want to be on the other side of that door. I'm like, really, dog? Okay, fine. Sit up here and get some FaceTime on camera. And she's like, nope, I need to be on the other side of the door. I'm like, fine, be that way. All right, we'll do the chat from wherever you're at, and let's turn this on. There's the chat box. So yeah, if you drop a message, it'll pop up on here. I can show it off to the world. You can be internet famous. Yeah. So let's pop up the browser and start on something kind of funny. This is the most chief thing I have ever seen. Drinking it out of the Dunkin' Donuts box. Oh, Joe. Yeah, I felt that today. I could not get enough caffeine in my system. I just couldn't. I was really tempted to keep drinking coffee. Like, I just finished my last cup maybe 20 minutes ago. Like, I'll never sleep tonight if I don't do, you know, it's just, it's terrible. So let's move on to the next one here. Let's talk about mortgage news for veterans. Don't worry, I'll come back to some funny stuff. This is up to the current, well, within the past day or so. Sorry, I don't have Dude's little thing sitting here, but that's okay. That's all right. We're going to have fun anyway. This is provided from Tyler Walsh of Waterstone Mortgage. Sorry, Tyler, I don't have the quick thing to do your little promo. I'm working on it. I got a lot going on over here, right? So anyhow, this is Mortgage News Daily Rate Index. Big one here, 30-year fixed. I mean, these are coming down. They're trickling down like 0.02%. But yeah, the arms have dropped quite a bit. But yeah, look at that 30-year. I didn't want the entire thing. I want that 30-year VA, man. Check it out, 6.25%. That's down 0.04. In 52-week range, it's been someplace between 7 and 5.6. So we're just kind of in the happy medium, slightly under what it's been in the past, you know, like the middle of where it's been in the past year. But hey, if you're looking to buy a house, VA loan, you're getting a pretty decent rate right now. Heads up that the market has slowed quite a bit. And there's a bunch of factors going on, but this is actually good news for you. If you're looking to buy a home, especially using a VA loan, those listing agents are a little hungrier now. So they're not quite as fast to dismiss it out of turn, which, you know, if they do, they're dinosaurs and deserve all of the hate we can give them. But yeah, it's a good opportunity. Prices are a bit more negotiable than they have been. Everybody remembers the feeding frenzy of like 2020, 2021. It's not like that now. Even, I mean, you got to price it a little under value, and then you'll probably see more activity faster if, you know, you're looking to sell. But if you're looking to buy, some of these places are sitting on the market 5-6 months. That's good for you. That means you can go in and say, look, I need closing costs. And they'll go, okay. So food for thought, totally worth doing, and it's a pretty good interest rate, all things considered. Historically, it's about where, you know, it has been over the past 100 years or whatever, averaged out. So it's pretty good, but you know, 6.25, that's nothing to sneeze at. The only one that is even slightly lower is the 30-year FHA at 6.23. So you're 0.01 basis points off of that. Like, who cares? It's nothing. It's nothing by comparison. I think that would make about a nickel's difference on your payment. So yeah, VA, hop on it. Now is a really solid time for you to be buying. Let's take a look at our rates here. Yeah, look at that, 18% in 1981, 7%, 95, and look, it just kind of bounces back and forth between 6 and 7%. And 2004, hey, everything was great. Everything's great, man. But this is something we don't talk about very often. But look at that, 6.21. That's pretty much where we're at right now. And that was just before the big crash. So the global financial crisis of 2007, 2008. Yeah, I mean, it was trending at 7%. So, I mean, prices plummeted after that. And then we got into this really deep cycle of, can we chase the interest rates down to the bottom? But yeah, 2020, 2021, they were stupid low. I don't expect to ever see that again in my lifetime. And nor should you. So, and now they've turned it back up. The high point was October of 2023. They've come back down a little bit. They really kind of bottomed out in September of 2024. But yeah, I mean, 30-year FHA, which the VA tracks right along with it. That was at 5.72. So it's 6.24 right now. You're doing pretty good. It's up a little. It looks like it might trend back down in the next coming weeks. So you got a little time to play with it. But yeah, like it's a good thing. And because we're talking VA loan stuff, so this came up on one of my Facebook groups, for veterans, by veterans, veterans only. If you're a spouse, you ain't getting in there. You're not the veteran. I totally dig that. We need a place to ourselves, right? Anyhow, this individual said, I have a VA home loan question. Is there anyone here that can help? Yeah. So I bought a house with my first ex-wife back in 2002. Gotcha on that one. But I can't remember how it played out with the down payment closing cost thing. The down payment closing cost, is it true they can loop it into the mortgage so the veteran doesn't really have to put anything down? I was told this is possible by another veteran, but I'm just trying to verify it. The short answer is yes. On your very first VA loan, there's a funding fee that is waived. If you are 100% disabled, that funding fee continues to be waived until you fall off the 100% disabled list. But past there is a funding fee, but it can be rolled into the loan. Same thing with the down payment, that can be rolled into the loan. And really what everybody confuses is down payment and escrow. Escrow, you can get it, like we can write it into the deal so you can get your escrow money back. And escrow is your earnest money. It is considered, I'm trying to make sure, wait, I'm not an attorney. There we go. See, got it working. Didn't work the first time, but it happened on the second time. Anyhow, and I'm not a loan officer either. But yeah, like, these are factors that we put in regardless. But your escrow and your earnest money, these are actually two different things, but everybody uses the term interchangeably. But your earnest money is like, hey, I'm betting that I'm going to buy this house. And typically around here, that's around 1% of the house purchase price. So if you're looking at a $500,000 house, better be looking at putting $5,000 down. But it is customary. Now, mind you, it's customary like going to work and getting a paycheck is customary. Like you can still go to work and not get a paycheck, right? The lowest I've done for earnest money on a VA loan deal was $100. You don't need all of that. But on the other hand, a lot of these listing agents are schmucks. I'm talking real estate agents, not realtors. Realtors have a code of ethics. I can't talk bad about realtors. I can talk bad about real estate agents. So I'm going to talk bad about real estate agents right now. A lot of them are schmucks. A lot of them are dinosaurs. And yeah, if you want fighting words to me, all you got to say is veterans do not have enough skin in the game. All right, cool. We're going out back. We're going to handle this. Because, yeah, Congress decided. Congress who can never decide anything except for how to take more of our money. Congress decided that veterans had enough skin in the game to give them a zero down loan product. who the hell is Andy Schmuckatelli over here to tell me that no, we're not going to accept that? No. So I am happy to educate them, preferably peaceably, but I can get nasty too. I'm just saying. Some of them, I want to drag them down. I really, even though I'm chair force, I really want to drag them down to the Marine Corps recruiting station and be like, sit in the chair here while the sergeant explains to you what you're going to be doing for the next 4 years. I think they deserve it. I really think they deserve it. Anybody who says that veterans do not have enough skin in the game, let's just drag them down, throw them in the Marine recruiter's office and let them have at it. So anyhow, but yeah, it can be rolled in. You need an agent who understands A, number one, it can be done, B, number two, how to do it, and C, number three, you need a lender who knows how to do it. A lot of lenders, they're straight line, and I'm going to tell you right now, there are some. I'm past my first 5 minutes. There are some shitty ass lenders out there. I have not posted my video yet. I'm gonna work on it, but I had a deal blow up last week from a shitty ass lender, and it was a really big name bank. And I was talking with one of my other lenders who is currently doing a VA loan scenario for me. I'm like, how did this big name bank? Because look, there's mortgage brokers. They go shop all of the deals that are available. Banks have a good portion of their deals are available in that same pool. Think of it like a pond, and there's a couple of little backwater bits. The backwater bits are inside the bank loan programs. Everything else they put out to the market. Mortgage brokers and mortgage loan originators can shop that. Mortgage loan originators can also write their own loans if they need to. Same thing with mortgage bankers. It's very confusing terminology, and I usually say mortgage broker or better. But occasionally banks have their own programs that are kind of siloed off from the rest of them. And this one was coming from a bank, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I'm not a lender. I'm not an attorney. It didn't work this time. Dang it. Oh, maybe it did. Anyhow, but, you know, I have no way to verify what their programs are. No other lender has a way to verify what a bank's interior loan products are. So anyhow, we had, it was a unicorn property, awesome listing agent. He and I got on like peas and carrots, and I'm like, you're getting added to my list of good people I want to hang out with. And the client was happy. Like everything was just coming up sunshine and roses. And the lender got me the pre-approval the day we wrote the offer. She cranked out a pre-approval for us, and it was right where we needed to be, and we're solid, we're good. Very next day, like 4:55 on a Friday evening, he's like, dude, I don't think I got the loan. I'm like, what? And yeah, blew it up. Completely blew up the deal. And we are not talking a small name bank. So it's one that everybody recognizes, at least in the Tampa Bay area. Anyhow, but yeah, completely blew up the deal, and like everybody's sitting here going, what happened? So I was talking with my other lender about this. She's a mortgage broker. She's got like 49 states she can lend in, which is awesome. But I said, you know, I'm still struggling to understand how they can get away with basically writing a bad pre-approval. And she said, you know, her charged, like, you know, even though she's got a 49 state mortgage market, she's like, you know, this is me and my personal reputation. I'm not sending you out there with that, because if I screw it up, I'm going to lose you and your recommendations. I'm like, cool, I got you. And she said these other ones, especially the robots, like, you know, Rocket Mortgage, who did a bunch of these in, you know, the 2020 era. She said they're just playing the numbers game. They're going to throw out blanket pre-approvals for whatever you want. And if 25% of the deals combust at the end, they don't care. 75% of them made it. And I'm like, but those other 25, yep, up creek without a paddle. That's a problem. So I've got on my website, you can go over to my lender section, and I have lenders that are VA loan experts. I've got one who works nationwide, another one on the east coast of Florida, another one in the Brandon Valrico area, and the rest of them are all around the, you know, St. Pete, Tampa. Clearwater, all of that. And every single one of those, they know what they're talking about. So you don't have to worry about your deal imploding because some other lender just wrote you a nice letter that it wasn't worth the paper it could have been printed on. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, find somebody who knows what they're talking about. And I know that if you don't know what you're talking about, it's really hard to know when somebody else does. Like if you don't know anything about cars and somebody starts talking about how your muffler bearing is bad and you need to change out your blinker fluid, sounds like a thing if you don't know anything about cars. Totally not a thing if you know anything about cars. So it's difficult. Trust your resources. Trust your good resources. Stay the hell, I'm going to call them out, stay the hell away from Veterans United. Go check, like if you're someplace else in the country, go check out the Veteran Mortgage Team. They're nationwide. They are vets. They serve vets, and they do it at an extremely affordable rate. The rest of my local lenders do as well. They take good care of us, and that is super important to me. The best way, I've got to find the ad for it, but oh no, it was a different lender. But local and big name, they've run TV commercials, and they're like, we only charge 1% for VA loans. I'm like, that's a maximum you can charge by law. And you're like bragging about we only charge 1%. Man, like again, $500,000 place, you're charging me $5,000 to write my loan. That's not all that has nothing to do with the rest of the loan. That's just, you're going to charge me $5,000 for it. That's crazy that people, but if you don't know, you don't know. So, oh yeah, we roll it into the loan amount, and I still got to pay you $5,000. My other lenders, I'm telling you right now, I am not speaking to what their charges are, but it ain't $5,000. I can tell you that. So anyhow, enough of that rant. Let's move on. Let's see. Here you go. This is a good one from one of my other lenders. He's in a different area, but Tony, love you, dude. Follow your stuff. Got to get you on. I've got the podcast stuff set up so I can start bringing on new guests, which is awesome. But I got a little process flow to work on, but that's okay. And he said a veteran is not truly pre-approved unless the lender has collected and examined a certificate of eligibility, which you can get it's also known as a COE because military and acronyms. You can get that for free from the VA. VA.gov, and just start say certificate of eligibility, or go look under their home loans. Like, it's there. Lenders can pull that for you too. Good lenders, here's a good one. This is a good one to tell if you're dealing with a decent lender or not. Call that lender and say, I'm a veteran. Can you get my certificate of eligibility for me? And if so, how much are you going to charge me to do that? The good lenders will say, I'm not charging you to do that. Let me go get it. So yeah, if they're charging you to get your COE, probably a janky lender. All income documentation. So, any income you got coming in, doesn't matter where it's from, they want the documentation on it, which is fair. They need to know the type of income, how much income, and the quality of your income. So, if you're getting paid on a W-2 job, and your whatever your paycheck is, they're going to count that. There are other things that could fluctuate that, maybe that isn't as good a quality. It might be higher than what your day job is too. So, but they're going to use all of that, take a solid look at it and make sure that, yes, we can verify that amount of income. And usually they'll look back 12 months. Sometimes it's more depending on the loan product, and say, okay, well, this is what I'll use the commonly accepted term, their algorithm, but really what their guidelines are, to be able to qualify you for income. They'll want all the asset documentation. Hey, I got $1 million worth of stocks. Cool. Show me that you own $1 million worth of stocks. And a recent credit report. Because, and by the way, pro tip, there is no minimum credit score for a VA loan as set by Congress. So theoretically, you could get, Congress knew we were going to screw up our credit. Hey, I bought a Camaro at 39% interest, and then I went and married a stripper. Now we're divorced, and the car got repoed. They knew that was going to happen. So, they're going to pull a credit report on you. I will say this. the better your credit rating, the lower your payment's going to be, the more lending programs that you can qualify for. Typically speaking, if your credit score is under a 580, and I mean a solid 580, like your low score is a 580, underneath that, it starts getting real sketchy. There's not too many lenders out there that will do that. But on the other hand, you know, if you're sitting on $10 million worth of assets and it's cash flowing you, you know, 15 grand a month, and you've got a 400 credit score, that's probably not a bad risk for them. So you know, but they're going to verify all of this. Here's the really important part. Anything short of that, and you are gambling with the buyers, sellers, and agents' time and money. And it's true. And I'm going to tell you something. Oh, do I have it? Oh man, why don't I have it handy on here? I totally need this. All right. Give me a second to go find the right stuff here. Nope, that's not the right one. Let me go back here. This is just going to take me a second because I didn't even think I was going to use this one. Let's go here and go to memes and clips. And this is hard on my eyes, but it's good. It's good. It's all good. It's what it's supposed to be.
It's the basic truth of the human condition that everybody lies.
Man. All right, let's let me just pull that back down so you can't hear it. There we go. There's more than one way to skin a cat around here. Anyhow, see, and that's why, because I'm on the wrong scenario here. But I had to get back to house and everybody lies. So yeah, now I should be back in business and back to here. All right, now we're good. Sorry about that. But yeah, everybody lies. So people do lie about their income. They lie about their expenses. They lie about whether or not you're qualified, whatever. Like it's a problem. But these lenders will lie too. Not Tony, not any of the ones that I got listed. If they're doing what, really? That's what I get for hitting the wrong button. Nope, not that one. There we go. I'll shut that off for right now. Dang it, man. That's what I hit, one wrong button and it all just, the wheels fell off. Oh, well, it's fun though. That's what it's all about. Here to have fun. Maybe be informative. Okay, let's try back here. No. Because it ain't done playing yet. Because I did it on the wrong one. I see what I did. I see what I did wrong. All right, hold on a sec. Let me get back over there, and then I can kill it. There we go. Solo with the browser. Okay, did I turn that off? Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like I did. Oh, my dog's barking. Something made her mad. Anyhow, where were we? There we go. Lenders, buyers, listing agents, it is a 100% chance you do this long enough, you're going to encounter somebody who's lied to you. That's just how it goes. And yeah, I've had more than one, totally more than a non-zero amount of lenders that have just gone, yeah, we know you asked for an extension on the contract while we were trying to figure our stuff out, which is, as a buyer's agent, that's horribly embarrassing, and the listing agents get kind of mad. But you know, they'll wait till like the last week and go, nah, we're just not going to do it. What do you mean? Like, you have wasted 30, 35, 40 days of my time, the buyer's, especially the seller's time. Like, they thought the deal was going to go through. Like, when you hit a month in, they're like, you're pretty much a lock that that's going to close. And no, multiple times I have had lenders, and like, I'm not just saying like small time lenders, as I like to say, you know, Uncle Joe's Beef Jerky Emporium and home loans. I've had a few of those blow up, and that was kind of to be expected, but I don't know. Like, that's like, you got to try something before you go, oh no, they suck. But this last one, it was a really big name bank, and they're still, you know, I mean, at least we got it in the first day, or well, it was a 3-day holiday weekend thanks to bankers hours. But yeah, by Tuesday morning, I got the call Friday night. I didn't find out for sure until Tuesday morning. They're like, yeah, deal's blown up. I'm like, oh God, at least we didn't get 30 days into this and you went deal blew up. But yeah, I mean, it was a horrible thing. Wasted everybody's time. Like, it just like it gutted me because it was a great property for the client. Like everything was a unicorn scenario. So be very careful with who you work with. Again, easy way on the way in. Number one, check their social media. If they're publishing good stuff, chances are probably good that they actually know what they're talking about, and they're going to, like, they're out there on socials. They're going to be able to showcase what they're capable of and how they do things the right way. Now, mind you, I'm telling you right now, this looks like a financial colonoscopy, because it is. It's not a bad thing though. When I guarantee when Tony gives you not a pre-qualification, an actual pre-approval, we'll cover that real quick. Pre-qualification is the letter you get in the mail that says you might already be qualified for $50,000 on this credit card. And you go, that's cool. And you apply for it. And you find out you only got $15,000 on that credit card. And then they mail you the credit card, and it's got the sticker on the back that says, you know, call this number to activate. And you call that number, like calling that number, that credit card with the sticker on the back, that's a pre-approval. And the shitty lenders do not distinguish. They're like, no, it's a pre-approval. All right, dude, have you got all their information? Did you run it through desktop underwriting? Did you? And I'm telling you, this last one, oh, yeah, I totally did that. Again, we're back to house. Everybody lies. So, you know, you got to be careful about it. It's really, really hard to know who, like, if they are legit. But number one, ask for your COE and how much it's going to cost. That's certificate of eligibility. They should tell you it's not going to cost you anything. Number two, ask them what they charge you for your VA loan, and if it's, you know, oh, it's only 1%, that's a maximum allowed by law. Tell them to pound sand. And number three, if you're not getting a financial colonoscopy, they ain't give you an actual pre-approval. So if you need a good lender, let me know. I will hook you up. So that's enough of that one. Beat that horse to death, didn't I? Shit. I'm telling you. All right. Little nicotine, calm that down. I covered this one, but I do, like, I keep coming back to this because I think everybody needs to know about it. VA Secretary Doug Collins addresses veterans benefits in the new video. This came out 2 weeks ago. And yeah, this is from VA News. If you go over to news.va.gov, you can sign up to get their newsletter. I use that to generate a lot of the stuff on this because like there's some great content. But he said basically the new Secretary Doug Collins said people are concerned that veterans benefits are going to be targeted for cuts. And he says, I'm the Secretary of the VA, and I'm telling you right now, that's not happening. The reality is veterans benefits aren't getting cut. In fact, we're actually giving and improving services. They're clearing cases faster than ever because, yeah. Oh, is that not going to work? What did I do? Did I turn it off? Did I turn that off? Or did I just not hit the button hard enough? Okay, we'll try it here in a second. But yeah, they're clearing cases faster than ever, and the VA remains mission focused by doing what it's supposed to do, which is good. Like I like this refreshed approach to things because I remember it wasn't too many years ago that Bay Pines VA was like, look, we got granted $15 million, so we put in a $15 million sculpture. I'm like, I mean, mind you, that's probably, like, it was probably earmarked that that's all they could do was, you know, $15 million in art. But I'm like, 15 million buys a lot of, you know, prosthetics and MRIs and, you know, yeah. So I like, we all know, we do. Like, if you've ever been to the VA for healthcare, not going to be great, man. Maybe your mileage is better than mine, but yeah. But yeah, at least, the Secretary Collins is like, no, we're making sure that our veterans are taken care of, which they should be. And he's not going to let anything undermine that. Now, does that mean that the VA is going to still be able to go out and drop $15 million on artwork? I hope that's a no. Because I'm telling you right now, I would rather have bare walls in the VA and have a doctor that runs my medical stuff. Like I've been over to Baycare. Please give me Baycare, because they were awesome. They're like, yeah, here, this is all the stuff. We'll take good care of you. We'd have that done in about 2 weeks. I'm a year later and I'm still waiting on the VA to get caught up on that list. So yeah. Hopefully they'll shift from purchasing stupid expensive artwork and put that money into, I don't know, taking care of veterans. But anyhow, it looks like Secretary Collins is going to be on top of this. And I really hope he is. He says, I'm happy to partner with them to find, yeah, we're talking about Doge here. I'm happy to partner with them to find things we need to get rid of so we can put the money where it belongs, back with our veterans, as it should be. Because right now, this is what it's like dealing with the VA. Yay, free healthcare. Do you have any idea what it's like to deal with VA medical?
Just keeps going and going. He's like the thing on TV with the drum in the ears.
The Energizer Bunny.
No, the commercial.
The Energizer Bunny.
No, it's with the drum.
The Energizer Bunny.
With the ears.
The Energizer Bunny!
That's it.
Yep, that's VA medical for you. Doc, I got a problem. No, you don't. Doc, it's this. No. God, it's so true. It's terrible. It's terrible. Anyhow, again, with the VA, you can prepare for the VA's secure sign-in changes. Coming up in 2025, you need to start using a login.gov or ID.me account to sign in. So that they're moving to two-step secure sign-in account options. I cover this stuff on Fraud Friday where I talk about multi-factor authentication, which is a fancy way of saying you go to log in and they send you a text and you have to put the code back in. That's multi-factor authentication, which is good. It's good. I mean, I don't know that anybody's out there actually trying to scam for VA healthcare. I'm sure somebody is. I mean, there's some stolen valor people out there, so maybe they are trying to get in there and get some healthcare, but I think after the first time they throw leeches at you, you run the other way. They said we're going to remove the My Healthy Vet option after March 4th, which, look, I like that one. So, and the DS logon option after September 30th. You'll still be able to use My Healthy Vet health portal. You just need to sign in with a login.gov or ID.me account. So, and if you go over here, which here, let me do the nice thing. This will only go out to most of the places, not all of them. Let's see, that published out to Twitch, YouTube, and it's still working on getting out there to Facebook. Okay, cool. Made it to those places. But yeah, you can go over there. I dropped the link in there. So you can figure out how to create a login.gov or ID.me account now. And again, they're pretty good about holding your hand. What to bring to create an account at a VA facility. Look, if you're not tech savvy, first of all, if you're not tech savvy, I don't know how the hell you're watching this, but it's pretty easy to watch stuff these days. But if you need to go do it in person, they've got a link to show you how to do it in person. Speaking of going to the VA in person, I had to go last week. Oh yeah, this is a funny one. They sent me the appointment reminder to go do my blood draw for apparently my annual. And then they're like, oh yeah, and you've got another appointment the week after. I'm like, yeah, I got that. And they sent me the mailer that said you've got an appointment the week after. And I'm like, okay, cool, I got that. And then they called me and said, we need to postpone your appointment for the week after. Like, okay, because the doc's on vacation. I'm like, it figures. Like, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be able to go on vacation, but come on, man. Like, you're the one who tried to make this appointment for me, and now you got to reschedule it. Okay, cool. So I rescheduled it, I put it on my calendar. It's all good. Talked through it on the phone, verified everything. We were solid. 3 days later, I get a mailer. We tried to contact you about rescheduling your appointment. We didn't get an answer. I'm like, say what? And then like 3 days later, I get the, here's your new appointment. Like, yeah, left hand, right hand. And so, yeah, I went to go do my blood draw, and I'm telling you, like, this is the sign they had posted on the front of the local clinic. After hour support. Fuck you. Oops, sorry.
John Spartan, you are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
Yeah. Anyhow, yeah. Like, you can barely make out the dial 988, then press 1. Or text to 838-255-867-5309. But yeah, no, like, it's so faded, it's terrible. And like, I did not doctor this. I took the photo with my phone and I uploaded it so I could be able to call them out about this. Like, you know, I get it. Like, you need to have this out there. Maybe something happened to their old sign, but for the love of all things holy, spend some of that money to get, like, I don't know, a decal you can put on the window that will last more than one rain. Oh God. So yeah, I mean, if they're now, mind you, you probably can't see this on any other platform. I can see it because it's up on my big screen, but on the right there, that little gold circly thing says VA Health Connect. The right care right now, 877-741-34. I'm guessing that's 00. And the best part of this is, even on the bottom, it's kind of faded and screwed up. You know, if you're experiencing a medical emergency, dial 911 or report to that's military shit there, or report to the nearest hospital emergency room. Really, I never would have thought that. Yeah. So, yep, their sign to tell you to call 911 is so faded you can barely read it. It's terrible. Terrible, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. Anyhow, yep. Not in our waiting room. It's British English, but doctor waiting room. If you die whilst waiting to see the doctor, please cancel your appointment. So, like, resurrect yourself. Go tell them, hey, sorry, I died. I can't make the appointment. That totally belongs in these VA offices. I'm telling you. Like, I'm not saying there aren't good people that work at the VA. I'm not saying that there aren't good VA docs and, like, the support staff and everything. Some of them are wonderful. One dude, one of these days, I'm going to catch him in a dark alley. But yeah, the rest of this, it's like, yeah, it's kind of par for the course. So anyhow, if you're having a shitty time dealing with the VA, VA has veteran buddy checks, encourages veterans to connect or reconnect with their veteran friends just to check in. Takes place October 20th to 24th, 2025. So 4 days per year. Fuck you for the rest of the year.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute.
So, yeah. I didn't get to do it this past week because like the 22nd fell on, what was that, Saturday, and I did like a super open house on Saturday, and normally I do my Grippy Sock live stream on the 22nd to try and connect with other vets who need a little frustrated precedent over on Twitch, cheap viewers on, fuck you. Yeah. That one doesn't deserve the, yeah, okay, I'll have to go in there and add to block list and restream chat. There you go. I'll go over on Twitch and block your ass too. Fucking spammer. That deserves cussing. Anyhow, yeah. So I normally like to do a live stream on the 22nd. I call it the Grippy Sock live stream because, you know, mental health awareness. Grippy socks. But yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, any excuse you can use to reach out to your buddies, do it. I don't care if they're happy. I don't care if they make you laugh all the time. You know, reach out to them because, you know, we all need little support every once in a while. If you can't be an athlete, at least be an athletic supporter. I learned that from Greece. Yeah. If you're just getting started with the VA, you can print out your VA welcome kit. It has a DIY colonoscopy, just to let you know. It doesn't really. It doesn't. I'm a little unhinged tonight. I think it's lack of sleep and way too much coffee. But yeah, you can go over here to va.gov/welcome kit. I'm going to drop the link in the chat right now. boom, and it's off to y'all. Yeah, there you go. And you can find all their guides to VA benefits and services for veterans. A lot of stuff there for family members, which is good. Get started with caregiver benefits. So, you got to take care of a busted old vet. That you can get benefits for that. Apply for survivor benefits. Your busted old vet croaked. You can still get survivor benefits. And they got a bunch of good stuff on here. Disability, healthcare, education and training, housing assistance. That is on my to-do list this year. There is a special housing program called VASH, which if you're like on the skids, like you don't have a place to stay at all, you can get a special housing voucher through the VA, and that pipeline puts you on the pipeline and gets you into a Section 8 property, and they'll help you on board with all of that. So, if you're really down and out and you need to reboot, yeah, but I want to connect with, I've got a name, so I just need to connect with them and bring them on a live stream. And, hopefully, help people with this. That's what I try and do. Housing assistance, and yeah, there's a bunch of different factors on that. Like if you're in danger of losing your house to foreclosure, we got programs for that. So careers and employment, life insurance. Yeah, life insurance through the VA.
Adults cost money. The dead cost nothing.
Yeah, so get your VA life insurance, because otherwise the VA is like, we got no incentive to keep them alive. Pension, which, maybe. Burials and memorials, if they do fall down on the job, you can get veteran burials and memorials, and records, and there's benefits for spouses, dependents, survivors, and family caregivers. So it's like a one-stop shop to find good, at least a starter kit on the information that you'll want. So other good stuff here, American Legion. I love the American Legion. Chill out, dog. They send you the welcome packet and a coin, which is cool. Yep. Chill out, dog. She's mad. She heard the coin. She's like, no, I don't like that. But the American Legion's got some great resources as well, which I need to connect with mine. But I'm terrible. Anyhow, this is from yesterday. The Legion and the Small Business Administration team up to assist current, prospective veteran small business owners. So if you're like me and completely flamed out in the civilian world, because ironically, we don't like to take orders, especially not from people who are like, what the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, if you need to go out on your own, they got programs for that. So Veteran Institute for Procurement was referenced throughout the day-long conference. This was held in Washington, D.C. on February 21st. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to go there. Never seen a more wretched hive of villainy. But VIP trains 750 companies a year at no cost to the veteran. So, yeah. The cost of meals and hotels for attendees are also covered through working with SBA and other partners. The program offers 6 curriculums, 3 of which are sector-specific: international, aerospace, and corporate. So, there's some good opportunities here. Obviously, you want to read through the article and see if there's something that applies to you, or if you wouldn't be a good fit for the program. But even if you're not, learn about these things. They're good tools to have in the toolbox. And like locally, we've got the SBDC, Small Business Development Council. They too will help you, and they have veterans programs available through there as well. Again, going to be a podcast guest one of these days. Now that I got the podcast resurrected, yay! And finally, from the American Legion, if you got an old vehicle that you need to get rid of, you can avoid the hassles of selling or repairing it, and altogether when you donate it to the American Legion. So, pretty sure, there you go. You call them, schedule a free and convenient pickup, and receive a donation receipt for your generous gift. So you got an old clunker. I mean, they don't give you cash for it, but they do give you a receipt for your taxes. There we go. You'd think I'd remember what that is. And yeah, you just fill out the form and they will get you started. So charitable adult rides and services, CARS. See, that's a good acronym. It's a 50c3 nonprofit that administers and also benefits from this donation. So, they got operating expenses. People's salary needs to get paid. So anyhow, yeah, American Legion, they've got some great programs for you. The VA's got some great programs for you. Covered a bunch of home loan stuff for you, and generally kind of, had a good session this evening. I mean, 45 minutes. That's not bad. I'm going to rate it, I'm going to rate it a 10. Yeah. Love it, man. Love it. I have way too much fun doing this. Again, if you have any questions or comments, you can always drop them on any of these live streams. I do check the comments later. And on my to-do list this week is to set up my workflow for editing these so I can put them out as normal videos. But please, if you see these, you got questions, you got comments, want to know more about VA loan products or anything else that I've talked about, reach out to me at podcast@zackkidd.com. You'll see that coming up here in just a second. And I'll do my best to answer you or make a little sequence for the episode here. So anyhow, thank you for joining me this evening, and let's go to the outro. Thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you found it entertaining, maybe even informative. If you have questions, please email them to podcast@zackkidd.com, and I'll include the response in the next live stream. Until then, I'm Zack Kidd, Realtor, Clearwater, Florida, signing off.